Hey everybody, it's Greg again. It's another edition of Unbreakable, the podcast. It is Friday, I think. These holidays, that's it. Friday, January the 3rd, 2025. And here's our fact of the day. I told you yesterday, I got a new calendar. And I wonder why. Anyway, I got a new calendar. And instead of doing the usual Far Side funny stuff, I decided to educate myself. So uh, every day there's a new, there it is. Every day there's a new fact or piece of trivia or something. And I figured, well, if I have to endure this, you might as well too. So here's today's fact of the day. Da, 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 da. Now listen to this. There's enough concrete in Hoover Dam to build a 2-lane highway from San Francisco to New York City. I do. They always use they freeze a picture of me during the episode so they could put it on the the cover page of the episode. And you never know what shot they're going to take. I could be like this. I could be like that. I could be like a little pouty or sleeping. You never know what they're going to use. So I gotta be careful. Yeah, else maybe you never know. You just never know. Anyway, isn't that an amazing statistic? The Hoover Dam. I've never seen the Hoover Dam. Have you? Who was it? Was it named? I guess that named after President Herbert Hoover. Either that or the vacuum cleaner guy. But that's a hell of a lot of concrete down there, isn't it? To hold that water back. Water. You know, think about that. Take all that concrete out of the air, and you could make a 2-lane highway from San Francisco all the way to New York City. Huh? Now, when I was reading that this morning, that brought up fond memories of a cross-country California trip we took one time. Got in the station wagon, just like the Grizzlies. We had an old station wagon with a panel on it. Remember those old station wagons? And we just packed up and we just took off for like a whole month. It was fun. We were on the road again. Just can't wait to get home. I remember on the way, we went to visit my uncle in California. Here I come. And we stopped on the way. I never seen the Mississippi River. And humming to myself, Mississippi River, crossing you in style. Apparently Henry Mancini wrote the river and he was thinking of the Mississippi when he was writing that song. There you go. You see what you can learn watching this stupid show? Oh, anyway. But it was a fun trip. I remember the oil wells in Oklahoma. There are certain things that are like etched in, we're talking like, no, it was 1969. So let me do a little quick math here. 56 years ago. And I remember we went on this trip during the time when Neil Armstrong set foot on the moon. And in fact, we were almost to California when it happened. We were in a hotel somewhere, I think in New Mexico or someplace like that. And Neil Armstrong, we were watching it on a hotel TV. Can you believe that? One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. And we were like, finally, they did it. They did it. And yeah, so that's another thing I remember about that trip. But I remember the old station wagon. How many of you out there had station wagons? And when you were a kid, parents had station wagons, and used to the hatch or the thing that in the back used to come down, used to sit on that. We used to go 4th of July, go watch the fireworks out in the field. We have a field up here called Friendship Field on the north side of town. They used to shoot fireworks off there when I was a kid on 4th of July. So you go, you park your station wagon, you put the flat down, the kids would sit on the end. We thought it was a big deal. And there's all the skies on there, and you're up there watching the fireworks. That's if you weren't afraid. Some people were. I'm not going to talk about that. Anyway, so yeah, and it used to be a big thing. You roll the window down in the back, right? You stick your head out like a dog, like when you're driving along. Stick the head out like a dog, and it used to be a lot of fun. The station wagon, you could just chill out, lay back there, whatever you wanted to do. You were back there, and we thought it was great. Anyway, all those memories got flooded back. Hey, you know what I heard yesterday? I heard another gentleman over the holiday, a survivor from Pearl Harbor, passed away. God bless him, 103 years old. And now that makes it we're down to 15 survivors of that tragic day. They that lived in infamy, it did. Only 15. Do you believe that? And they're all over 100 years old, all these survivors. And I was thinking, it's gonna be sad, like to be the last one. Well, in a way, not sad because you've outlived everybody. You're still living. But the other thing is, yeah, it is. I guess it would be sad to be last of anything, right? I saw the monkeys. Not the monkeys, I saw Mickey Donuts a couple times. And I thought about him. I saw him after the last monkey died, who was Mike Nesmith. And I thought, wow, it's a hell of a thing to be like the last monkey, Yeah. And I thought of, God forbid, we got the Beatles, Ringo and Paul are left, which one's going to go first? I mean, God knows, but can you imagine being the last Beatle left then? And you're the last one with all these memories. So I'm thinking, the last person, man and woman who's alive from the Pearl Harbor time. Wow, they're really going to get bombarded with interviews and stuff, at the end, because think about it. They're like the last person who could actually tell you an eyewitness history, I mean, wouldn't it be cool if you would be able to like sit down with somebody who was like at the Little Bighorn Custer's last stand, just to find out from them what it was like to be there, or some other historic event. I saw this one guy. If you look on YouTube, the great YouTube, you could see. I think it was like this game show to tell the truth or something in the 1950s. They had a guy on. He was in his 90s, and we're talking back in the 1950s. This guy was the lone survivor, the last guy alive who actually was there when Abraham Lincoln was shot in Ford's Theater, Washington, by John Wilkes Booth. And this guy, he's like 95, and he was on to tell the truth, but he was only a kid. He was only, 90, again, math. Why is math so? Math wants me, I was never good at math, and it keeps haunting me through my life. It's like, that's one of the reasons why I became a social worker. No math. It still follows me around wherever I go. Anyway, so the guy must have only been like 5, 6 years old when he witnessed this. And he said to tell the truth, he said, Yeah, I still kind of remember it. I remember some guy get shot and some guy jumping off the stage, and I don't know. Where's my jello? Anyway, so uh yeah, but he was the last guy who actually saw Ricky Vincent. And the last of anything. It's really just no, it's sort of I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's my boggling. I don't know what to say. Anyway, so well, God bless those survivors of Pearl Harbor. I hope they live forever. I hope they live a good, long time there, as long as they're feeling good, relatively good health. And God bless them all, huh? For hanging in there this long. For think about what they've seen and what they've experienced, not only in Pearl Harbor, living to that, but everything that's going on after it, you know? Jeez. Wow. Anyway, hey, so Phillies. Oh, I got some news for you. Good thing you tuned into this show because I got some news if you're a Phillies fan. You're not going to be able to find this anywhere else. Single game tickets for the Phillies go on sale 3 weeks from today. Yes, I found out Friday, January 24th at 10 a.m. Single game tickets for your Phillies this summer, this spring go on sale. So it's good to have that heads up because if you have a special team that you want to see, or if you have a special date that you want to go to, like me and my nephew, we always try to go to the Father's Day game. That we're both not fathers, but we go to that game because his birthday is around Father's Day. So we kind of use that game to get the freebies for Father's Day. Usually they give you a cap or whatever, as if I don't have enough. And it's also a good day you go and bond his birthday, you know. The old man, Uncle Greg, would take him into the store there, the Philly store. Get whatever you want, as long as it's under $10. No, we're just kidding. Anyway, so mark that down on your calendar. If they don't have it posted yet, it's not on the Phillies site. It's not you can't find it around. But I found out 3 weeks from today, Friday, January 24th, single game tickets go on. All right, so I think I'm gonna call. I already got my 6 game pack. I already got those tickets locked away. But I might try to add on a few, you know, and God, I think the Phillies are good this year, you know. Be a real bummer if they weren't. They've been good, but then they choke like dogs in the playoffs, you know. But that window is closing because you got your Bryce Harper, you got your Aaron Nola, your Zach Wheeler. These guys aren't spring chickens, you know. They're gonna, they're in their prime. So, they gotta step it up here if they're gonna win a championship with these guys. You gotta do it. You gotta do it, man. Don't choke in the playoffs, for God's sakes. Stop choking. So, hopefully it'll be a big season. Eagles Sunday played the New York Giants in a meaningless game. Sounds like the starters are going to sit, which is fine by me. I think it's just going to be like play the damn game, get at it. Don't get hurt because next week it starts to play. Eagles at home, we're not going to know until Sunday night when the Eagles play, what time they play, and who they play. We know it's going to be one of two teams, either Washington or Cleveland. Me, I'd rather play Washington because you're more familiar with them. You play them twice a year. You kind of know those guys. Plus, here's the other thing. Washington pisses us off because this punk this punk guy. If he was here, I'd punch him in the face. Wheelchair about this punk Terry McClung. He's a good wide receiver, but the Eagles usually shut him down. But he made the Pro Bowl, which is good for him. God bless him. All the power to him. But he was on social media trolling our AJ Brown, because AJ Brown did not make this. Why, I don't know. So this little punk guy, Terry McClung, whatever his name is, he's on there trolling AJ Brown. Well, I'll tell you what. AJ Brown, Eagles, especially the Eagles play Washington in the first round of the playoffs. Look out. AJ Brown, mark this down, my friends. If you're a betting individual, you want to play the AJ Brown over his yards, he's going to have a score touchdown, everything. Catch about 8 balls there, because he is pissed. This little punk trolling him on. So let's see who has the last laugh. So that's something to keep in mind. But hey, you play who you play. They're going to be playing in Philadelphia. It's cold, but I'd rather play Washington, because I just think you have a better chance of beating them. Green Bay is a good team, not a great team. They do have a lot of weapons. Jordan Love, okay quarterback. Jacobs is a good running back. They have a bunch of talented wide receivers team. Their defense is okay. I just don't want to play Green Bay. I don't know what it is. Just something about that. So, but whatever. If you're good enough, you're good enough. No matter where you play, who you play, if you're good enough and you want to make it to the freaking Super Bowl and win the damn Super Bowl, you're going to beat whoever is in your way, right? That's how I think. Sunday night, the Lions are playing the Vikings. For whoever wins that game gets the #1 seed in the NFC, which means they get a bye next weekend. They get to sit around and eat Cheetos all day. And they have home field advantage all through the playoffs, which means that if it comes down to the Eagles and let's say the Lions or the Vikings for the NFC championship game, well, then the Eagles are going to have to go out there and kick ass. Yeah, they're going to have to go into Detroit or Minnesota and kick some ass. That's what they're going to have to do. But again, if you're good enough and if you want to win and if you feel you can win the Super Bowl, no matter what, where, you're going to do it. That's my feeling. So I'm not that worried. I have confidence in the Eagles. I think the Eagles are going to get the job done and they're going to make it to the Super Bowl. And I told you a long time ago, you got the AFC. You got a lot of pretenders and contenders out there. Baltimore is a good team. Don't get me wrong. The Ravens are good. So are the Bills. If the Eagles don't win the championship, I think the Bills, I'd root for the Bills because that poor franchise out there, they're cold. As fans sit through all that friggin' snow up there and everything. Buffalo has never, ever, 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 ever been to a Super Bowl like Detroit. And let alone win a Super Bowl. So if the Eagles can't get that, I would say I'd like Buffalo in. How about that? Eagles Buffalo Super Bowl. That would be nice. But I told you this before the season started. And I don't want to be the guy who says, I told you so. I hate guys like that, don't you? But Eagles, Kansas City. And even though everybody says, Kansas City's had a bad team, Patrick Mahomes isn't what he used to be. Patrick Mahomes didn't even make the Pro Bowl this year. How about that? How about them apples, huh? With all that said, the Chiefs are 15-1. I think I won. And they play a not a meaningless game for them tomorrow or Sunday against Denver. And so now they could be 16-1 or 15-2. There's nothing to sneeze at. going into the playoffs, and they have the #1 bye over the AFC, which means that they have all the home games, everything that runs through Kansas City. If you're gonna get to the Super Bowl, you gotta go to Kansas City. You gotta beat Kansas City in Kansas City. So, I still think that the Chiefs, Eagles are going to play in the Super Bowl. The Eagles are going to get their revenge on the Chiefs, on Andy Reid, and they're going to spoil the Chiefs' dreams of winning 3 Super Bowls in a row, which has never been done in the history of pro football. And the Eagles are going to be the spoilers, and they're going to do it. They are going to do it. That's my prediction. Still, Eagles, Chiefs, Super Bowl. Very good. One more thing. Sixers stink. That's all I have to say about that. They played last night. You saw it coming. It was a back-to-back, and they're playing out in Golden State against the Warriors, Steph Curry. Well, who wouldn't think that they were going to get their asses kicked? Who wouldn't think, right? And the Warriors end up winning by over 30 points. Well, duh. First of all, the Sixers suck. And second of all, they're coming off a back-to-back game. Joel Embiid looks slow and looked like he had a load in his pants. You know it? He's running up and down the court there like he pooped himself. But it's so slow. It's so, Jesus, and sluggish. Well, the whole team looks sluggish. They look like they all pooped themselves. Tell them. So forget about that, huh? No Sixers. And Flyers, I don't really care. Flyers lost last night too. So we need something to cheer about. We need the Eagles to go right through the playoffs, get to the Super Bowl, and win the damn thing. Then we go right to spring training. Phillies start winning, right? Win every single freaking game. 161-0. Go. Do it, boys. And one more thing. How about that game coming next week, huh? Penn State, Notre Dame. Huh? These teams used to play each other every year. A long time. When I was a kid, I remember that. Penn State, Notre Dame, and used to be a big game. Penn State was always good, and Notre Dame was too. But this year, Notre Dame has won 13 games, which is a school record. When you think about all those great teams Notre Dame had over the years, this is maybe their best. Penn State, nothing to sneeze at either. They're not chopped liver. You know it? They've only lost, one game. So they are not chopped liver. 1, 2 games, I don't know. Anyway, it's going to be a good game. They're playing in the Orange Bowl down in Miami next Thursday. And right now, Notre Dame, I saw the line this morning. Notre Dame is favored by 2 points. So if you believe in the Nittany Lions, jump all over them. Right? I don't know. I'll have a prediction on that game for you in a couple days. I got to think about that because they're both good, and I don't know. I think it's going to be a really good game there. And so you got your Nittany Lion fans here, and they're all over the place here, and they're very loyal to Penn State. And then you got your Notre Dame Fighting Irish fans who are very loyal to the Irish too. So these 2 fan bases are going to be going at it for the next couple of years here, especially here around our area, where you've got both factions there, both fan bases are pretty strong, pretty loyal to their teams. So it's going to be a good game. So I think it will be. So I think that's about it. That's enough. Can't take too much of this either. I can't take too much of this either. I gotta go take a nap or something. Anyway, so everybody have a great weekend. Hey, I might be back tomorrow. What is tomorrow? Saturday? I don't know. You know what? I'm glad we'll be getting back to regular schedule soon. The holidays, I love the holidays, but they especially when you have a holiday in the middle of the week. Oh, that really screws your system there, I hate January. I hate it. I was just saying it early this morning. I can't stand it. Oh my God. It's so freaking long. You know? It's long and it's dark. And although we're gaining daylight every day, we're gaining daylight like a minute every day. So we're going to get there. But I saw something online meteorologically. How's that for a term? Weather-wise, the middle of January is always the coldest time of the year. The coldest. Now we might get more snow in February. Here in Pennsylvania, that's our history of getting more snow. Our snowiest month is February. But the coldest time of the year here about this neck of the woods is middle of June. So yeah. But January is just so long and dark and bleh. The trees are bare and everything's brown. And I can't stand it. You know? I can't wait till spring. This spring, I'm looking forward to it. I want to celebrate it, Easter time. And it is April 20th, which is late this year, but that's good because by then it should be warm. Yeah, I hate it when it's Easter, it's cold outside, you gotta wear all these jackets like it's Christmas. That's not Easter. And then, by April 20th, the flowers should be coming up. It should be a nice Easter. So it's something to look forward to. We got, trust me, my friends. If I have any advice to give you today, you always got to have something to look forward to in life. Always. It's a key to keep going. Have something to look forward to. When I was a kid, back in the Stone Age, 1826 or something, I think. That's what kept me going every week. Having something to look forward to. Maybe it was a Phillies game, either to attend or to listen to on the radio or watch. Maybe it was an Eagles game in the fall, right? Maybe it was a family function, Christmas, or a party, a graduation, whatever. You got to have something to look forward to because that gives you hope, and you bridge from gloomy, stupid days like January to better days like April, right? You gotta make that bridge, and you gotta cross it. That's what you gotta do. So hang in there. Better days are on the horizon. That's for sure. All right, everybody. Well, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining me, as always. Thanks for listening, if you're out there listening to me. And I hope you have a great day. And I hope you have a great weekend, too. We're supposed to get some snow here. Finally, so maybe a good weekend hunger game with some hot chocolate and maybe a glass of wine if you do that, some popcorn, and just hunker down and watch some football. Huh? I can think of worse things you can do. So anyway, everybody have a good one. Peace and love to you. I'll probably be back tomorrow, so I'll see you. Take care. Bye for now.